In this video, we are going to talk about the rediscovery of Mendel's work, that is the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Now, when Mendel performed the experiments, he recorded all his data in some obscure journal, and as a result, his work was not much recognized. Also, since he included mathematical conclusions or he involved mathematical calculations for the expression of his data, many biologists did not approve of it. And since there were no advanced microscopes available at that time, his work was not given a practical or no proof was available for it. So his work was not given much recognition. However, in 1900, scientists such as Hugo de Veres, Correns, and Tischermark rediscovered his work with the study of the chromosomes or the movement of chromosomes during the cell division process. And as a result, in 1902, Theodore Boveri and Sutton came up with the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Chromosomal theory of inheritance was based upon the fact that the chromosomes are the structures that are taking part in the gamete formation, and how the pattern or the inheritance is passed from one generation, or the trait is passed from one generation to the other. Let us compare the work which was done by Mendel and also the chromosomal theory. Let us compare these two and try to find out why it is known as chromosomal theory and what is the conclusion drawn. So according to the work which was done by Mendel, the genes or factors are always present in pairs. That we have already studied in the previous videos, that for a trait, the allelic pair has to be there, and it could be homologous, like it can be similar or it can be different. That is one dominant and one recessive, or both the dominant. So we have the allelic pair which is responsible for the trait. So the genes which we now, the factors which was called by Mendel and which we now call it as genes, are always present in pair, and they are found to be present in the somatic cells. According to the chromosomal theory, which was proposed by Boveri and Sutton, the homologous chromosomes are always present in pair. So one of the pair of homologous chromosome, like one comes from the mother side and the other comes from the father side. So the condition is again, the diploid condition is restored. So the homologous chromosomes are always in pair. This was the chromosomal theory. The second fact which was said by Mendel was that the factors segregate during the gamete formation. So he said that at the time of gamete formation, these will segregate, and as a result, a gamete will have only one of the factor, and it will combine with the other factor and restore again the diploid condition. According to the chromosomal theory, the chromosomes separate at the time of gamete formation. So according to the chromosomal theory, if the chromosomes are present, let's say these are the homologous pair of chromosomes. Now these pair will separate out of this, and so that a gamete will have only one chromosome. So over here we find the similarity between the factors which was proposed by Mendel and the chromosome which was suggested by the Boveri and Sutton. So they said the chromosomes segregate at the time of gamete formation, and only one member of it is transported or is transmitted to the gamete. So the gamete will have only one chromosome, and it is quite similar to the work which was done by Mendel, and after which he proposed that this is during the time of the gamete formation, only one factor will be passing to a gamete. So this is according to the law of segregation, which was proposed by Mendel. The third point says that these alleles assort independently of each other. When we say assort independently of each other, over here, it means that during the gamete formation, if according to Mendel, this A can combine with this, which is independent again, and this can combine with this. So the possibility can be A and B and A and small b. So the assortment is independent. The same process was suggested by chromosomal theory, that during the gamete formation, the chromosomes assort independently of each other. This is what, according to the law of independent assortment. So if we study carefully, we find there is lot of similarity between the theory which was proposed by Boveri and Saturn and the work which was done by Mendel. So, the chromosomal theory of inheritance actually gives us an insight that it is actually the chromosomes which are carrier of the genes, or in other words we can say the chromosomes are the vehicles of the genes, and during the time of gamete formation the genes are carried by the chromosomes and they are separated, and after the fusion of the gametes, which is carrying only one set of a trait, the restoration of the diploid condition is restored. Now here are the highlights of the chromosomal theory. It says that the two alleles of a gene pair are located on specific sites on the homologous chromosomes. That means the chromosomes, a pair of chromosomes which is homologous, one coming from the paternal side and one from the maternal side, will have the genes located on them. One member of these chromosomal pair come from mother and one from the father. So if we talk of a pair of homologous chromosome, one will be from the father side and one will be from the mother side. Now it also says that during meiosis, the homologous chromosomes separate. So at the time of gamete formation, the two homologous chromosomes will separate, and this is according to the law of segregation. The fusion of gametes restore the pair of chromosomes, and the members of different chromosomes are sorted out into gametes at the time of meiosis. So over here, this is according to the law of independent assortment which was proposed by Mendel, and each chromosome has several genes located at specific sites, and this results, the combination results into different phenotypes of the organism. So we can conclude that the genes which determine the trait of an organism are carried by the chromosomes from the parent to the offspring, and this is what the chromosomal theory of inheritance is. So the chromosomal theory of inheritance changed the focus of inheritance from the genes to the chromosomes, so because the movement of the chromosomes decide the trait which will be transmitted from one generation to other.